most probably you are going to discover a very new tool to yourself. Let's first make sure that we are live and everything is okay. I can see that you should see me by now. Please, if you experience any problems in seeing or hearing me during the live session, let me know in the chat. It's just in front of me. I'll be happy to correct if needed anything, and also answer your questions. So the questions are very welcome throughout the webinar. Just for you to know what is waiting for you in this upcoming hour, we are going to go through the essentials of Tilda Website Builder. I will show you the main types of websites that you can create, and then we will go right into Tilda interface, and I will show how exactly you can create a website. So if you have never ever touched any website creation tool before, in 1 hour, you should walk away from this webinar with a very strong knowledge and with a skill of creating a quality or stunning website on your own without any help of developers, designers, your friends designers, or anyone else. Perfect. Yes, I can see that the video and sound are perfect. Everything is great, so we are good to go. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Elizabeth. I'm Tilda's head of content, and I will be super happy to guide you through Tilda within this 1 hour. Also, for those who is watching the recording and for those who are watching us live, please make sure to also leave your questions in the comment section under the video, because we will be glad to reply even after the live session. But if you're watching us live, please use this opportunity, because that's the reason we are going live, to conduct these webinars for you guys, to be able to have a nice dialogue. So first question to everyone who is live tonight or today, depending on your time zone, please let me know if you have any questions about Tilda, of course, and the level of your professionalism toward, let's say, website creation. So if you have never ever created a website, you can put 0 or 1 in the chat. And if you're a real pro and you could host this webinar even better than myself, then you can put 10 in the chat. I'll be happy to understand what are you guys looking for and would like to receive from this webinar, and I will adjust the information accordingly. All right, so with this, we're ready to start, and let me give you a quick overview of what's waiting for us today. So first of all, I will introduce you to Tilda and how it works. Then we will go through the types of website you can create on the website builder. Then we will go into the Tilda interface, as I said, and first thing we're gonna do is to decide whether it's a good idea for you to create a website from scratch, or it's better to choose a template and do it faster and maybe more efficiently. It all depends on your project, all depends on your goals, and I will dive into this in a couple of minutes. Next thing, we will see how to design unique layouts. So after figuring out how to deal with the pre-designed blocks, we will go into the 0 block and see how you can create your unique layouts with some crazy animations that you will see in a sec in our presentation. And then in case you're interested in all these things, you can always dive deeper and check our tutorials. I will guide you through them as well. Next thing I will show you is how to customize blocks and edit content and use artificial intelligence, which is a built-in tool to create texts for your blocks, for your headings, or for the entire page. Then we will go through quickly the topic of collecting leads and accepting payments. So all this is very important to monetize website, and I know that many of you are looking forward to use the website as a monetization tool, and that makes all the sense. And finally, I will show you how to connect a custom domain and launch your website. Right, so first of all, what is Tilda? So Tilda is a no-code website builder for everyone. So what does it mean? It means that it's a tool that will allow you right in your browser, so it's not an app. You don't need to download anything on your computer or on your gadget. Right in the browser, you can use this cloud-based, basically no-code tool to design your own websites without hiring any design team or developers. And so what kind of websites you can create yourself? Well, first of all, landing pages. Landing pages are one-page websites dedicated to collect leads, or, for example, to present a product or to make an MVP, and maybe collect the emails for your email list and grow it to grow your product through email newsletter. So if you have a one-page website with a clear CTA, that's going to be a landing page, and that you can totally do on Tilda. Another type of website is a business multi-page website. So these are the a little bit more content-heavy websites that have several pages, right? Like such as about us, our projects, our portfolio, contact, our people, our team, and so on and so forth, depending on the company. So those multi-page websites can also be multilingual, which is very important. Well, all the pages, including landing pages, can be multilingual on Tilda. Another thing is that you can create a fully fledged online store using Tilda, and you can connect the shopping cart to it, payment methods, and accept payments online from all over the world. An exciting part of Tilda is that it's very friendly to multimedia projects and blogs. So if you have in mind a very beautiful project, or if in case you're a designer and you want to extend your portfolio by creating a a long read or a very nice illustrated story about something, this the Tilda will come in very much handy for you. And finally, of course, personal websites or portfolios. It's a common thing that any creative may need, and that's also can be done on Tilda without any problem. So how you actually create a website? So what is the process of website creation? Do you need to create everything from scratch? Is it like a Google Doc empty page in front of you? Well, no. On Tilda, we did our homework, let's say, and we created already almost 600 responsive blocks, pre-designed blocks. What does it mean? It means that there are bunches or little chunks of information organized as sections on the websites, such as a cover page or a hero page, about us page, contact us page, or a section, online forum section, and so on and so forth. So there are more than 25 categories, and within each category you have a number of different options of the blocks, so-called blocks, that you can already take from the library and then personalize according to your needs. So you don't need to create from scratch every section of your page. It's already there. In order to personalize those blocks, you can simply modify text and images directly in the layout. All the same goes for buttons. And then some settings according to your needs can be modified in the settings tab. I will show it to you in a sec. Going further, you can use one of the hundreds of templates that are available, all for free on Tilda, for all types of projects, starting from portfolio, business, events pages, as well as link in bio, and some more sophisticated custom portfolios. So you can just find whatever project you need and take an inspiration from the template, as well as quickly create a page in case you need to launch a website tonight, for example, in a couple of hours. Still possible if you quickly use the template. Now, talking about unique blocks and unique designs, we need to mention ZeroBlock. ZeroBlock is a built-in web design editor that works a little bit like a graphics editor, which is embedded into Tilda. So what you can do there is you can design without basically any limits. You can move any elements as you like. You can also adapt the design to different screens manually, unlike other blocks that are already pre-responsive, let's say. You can use the auto scaling. You can use custom grids and rulers, just like in similar, let's say, graphic design editors that you may know. But all this is already embedded into the website builder. So once you design your zero block, then you can click the publish button and it will be live. So other tools include layers and element grouping, gradients and visual filters that are already pre-designed there, so that saves a lot of your time. And the best thing for those who work in Figma, you can automatically import your designs from Figma into Tilda. Another cool thing about Zero Block is that you can really go crazy with animation. So what you see now is not a Zero Block, it's a pre-designed animation for pre-designed blocks, but on Zero Block you can use step-by-step animation, which will allow you to create something like this. You see, these are several elements that are going together as a person scrolls down your website. Another thing is to create an interactive animation. Interactive meaning that a user would interact with one of the elements on your page and then an animation effect will pop up. The mobile animation is also supported, and it's very easy to use because you just basically need to enable it on your device, and then it will be working on mobiles. Now, for marketing tools, how can you use Tilda? So they're all the tools you may need to capture your leads, as well as to create the email lists and to collect submissions. So what do we have here? We have 20 plus types of online form input fields, as well as dozens of integrated data collection services, most popular such as Slack, Notion, what else? Salesforce, Monday.com, SendGrid, and so on. As well as the pre-designed blocks for polls and quizzes. This is in case you need to gather feedback from your visitors or from your users or from your potential users, etc., etc. Moving next, we have also the built-in CRM. This is one of the data collection tools that you can use that is already built into Tilda and that you don't need to integrate. And it's great for teamwork, for looking at customer history, lead and submission analysis. And yeah, it works just as well. So in case you don't have yet any CRM, you can start from using the built-in free Tilda CRM. Right. Another thing is for those who are thinking about creating an online store or launching an e-commerce project, we have a product catalog. So this is a tool basically that will allow you to manage your stock in a very efficient way, keep track of your purchases, see the statistics, etc., etc. So there you can manage up to 5,000 different items in your catalog. You can also import and export products in bulk and so on. Right, the website statistics, you also see it within Tilda, of course, and all the basic metrics like traffic sources, events, popular pages, leads, conversions, views and sessions are available, as well as, of course, you can create a Google Analytics integration quite easily following the instructions within the interface. I will show you them, and use the Google Analytics in case you prefer to go deep and dive deep into the data. If you have an online store, there is a special or dedicated online store statistics, which includes total sales, orders, conversion rates, repeat purchase rate, channels efficiency, and even ABC and XYZ analysis. In case you are thinking about creating a blog on Tilda, there's a dedicated tool for that as well, which is called Feeds. And on Feeds, what is cool is that you have no limit on the number of feeds, on the number of posts that you want to create, unlike with the number of pages within one project. And we'll get there in a second when I will show you the Tilda plans. So for the feeds, you can create as many feeds as you want, as many posts as you want, as well as you can schedule them. So you can basically set the time and date of the post to go live, and it will go live automatically. Yeah, and some other things like turbo pages and AMP, content categories, and so on. Right. Custom domains, of course, are available until then. You can connect yours very quickly and easily, as well as use the free Tilda subdomain. I will show it to you in less than 1 minute. For the SEO, so this is a big concern for all the marketers and for many people who are a bit skeptical towards the website builders. So on Tilda, first of all the websites made on Tilda are by default very nicely ranked by Google and other search engines. Why? Because of the block-based structure of the code, right? Because it's very well organized, because the page, as you can see, as a human being, consists of the blocks, but so does the code, right? And it makes it very easy for search crawlers to understand the information and to rank it accordingly. But on top of that, you can also a little bit improve your or boost your SEO using the built-in tools, which are quite easy to understand, let's say. So first of all, you want to set up friendly URL, title and description. You can manipulate the tags and keywords, and the favicon. You can set up redirects if necessary. You can create a custom for error page, which is also, which it makes sense to do that in case you have a large website. Also, sitemap and robots.txt files are auto-generated, so you don't need to worry about that. And we have a built-in SEO assistant that will point out all the errors, current errors that you can fix on your website, right? And also you can connect Google Search Console. Nice. Also Tilda prides for itself for high page load speed, thanks to many next gen technologies that we use, and our engineering team is constantly on the search of the new technologies to make the pages load faster, which also is important for website ranking on search results, but as well as for user experience, because nobody wants to wait till the page is loading, right? Very well. So with this, I will remind you that in case you have any questions, please use the chat and I will check it for your questions. But I think for now, we are ready to jump into Tilda and to experience it from the inside. So let's do that. Here we are. So this is the dashboard. So this is the screen that you should see right after you register on Tilda. In order to register, I will not waste your time on showing how to register and how to verify your email, but it's very easy. You just basically need to input your name, your email, and come up with a password, and then after you have to verify your email and you are good to go. So this is the clean dashboard, the first screen that you would see after creating a new account on Tilda. So first of all, you want to start a new website from using this pop-up. But before going there, I want to quickly show you the plans. So the Tilda plans, just for you to understand what are you aiming at, and maybe help, if you have any questions, help you with understanding what's the best option for you. So there are three basic options: the free, personal, and business. What are the difference? So the free option allows you to have one website with up to 50 pages within it, and there you will have a selection of the essential blocks, so you won't have the access to all the almost 600 blocks that we have mentioned before, and some of the built-in services such as product catalog won't be available for you, but still you will be able to create a simple and beautiful website with the collection of key blocks. Now, if you want to take advantage of all the blocks in the block library and all the built-in features, then you have to start from the Tilda personal plan. And with this, you can create one website, meaning one domain, with 500 pages within. It can be multilingual, of course. You have 1 gigabyte space for the project, which is more than enough because you don't want to upload heavy images on your pages. right? And with personal, as from personal, so for all the paid plans, for all the two different paid plans on Tilda, you have the access to all built-in features, to all the blocks, and you don't need to think, to all the templates as well. You don't need to think whether with personal I have the access to this and with business. Now, that's not the difference. So any paid plan on Tilda will give you the access to all the premium features. So the only difference between the personal and the business plan is the number of websites. Well, not the only, but this is the major the major difference. So in case you have to, or you want to have more than one website, more than one domain, so for example you are leading 2 projects or 3, then you can go for business. So business allows you to have up to 5 website within one account with 500 pages for each website. And another difference is that with business, you can use the code export feature in case you want to move your project to another server. This will be useful. For the rest, the access is the same. Right. So that was the plan overview. And now back to dashboard. Just a quick overview of what we have on top before creating a new website. So on top, we have a control panel with some quick links. So the profile is everything that has to do with your profile, plans and billings. We just saw. The CRM is the quick button to access your CRM, which is a built-in tool. We mentioned before, invite friends is a nice program that it's a referral program basically that you can use and invite your friends and get some days for free for both you and your invited friends. The help center is very essential button. In case you have any questions, just go to Tilda Help Center and search for anything, like for example a domain, and here you will have a very detailed guides and instructions on how to do something on Tilda. So this is something not to forget about. It's always with you, this help center button. The next button is webinars. It leads to the page with the upcoming events such as this one. And you better check it from time to time because there are some new exciting events being prepared for you. The guides and articles is the button that leads you to Tilda Education, which is the online resource from Tilda that allows you to learn very interesting things such as web animation or digital marketing, how to create a landing page and some other things. So check it out in case you're interested to skill up in web design and digital marketing. Right, and the other interesting thing is this question mark on the bottom right corner, which opens a widget with a quick help, let's say links that help you to figure out the most common issues and problems. Also, you can search here as if you were searching a help center, and important enough, you have the channel of communication with our support team over here. So send us a message. That's what you want to click in case you are not able to find the answer to your question in the help center. Right there, you can contact our support. Right, so I think we saw everything, and now we are ready to start our new website. So let's call it, I don't know, my stunning website. My stunning website. Number 1. So this title is only visible on Tilda, so you don't need to worry about how to call it over here. You can change it at any time, and you can use funny names or whatever. So once you created a project, then you see this screen with the list of pages. So we don't have any pages, so we need to create one, and for this we click on this orange button. So once we click on the create new page button, we end up in the endless template gallery. And here, it's easy to get lost because there's so many of them. So in order to help you to navigate through it, so first of all, first thing to keep in mind is that the blank page is the very first option. So in case you don't want to start from template and you want to create block by block your page, you go for this blank page, start from scratch option. Now, if like me, you want to make a page out of a pre-designed template, then what you have to do in order to navigate through this large collection of templates is, first of all, to pay attention on these categories which are on top, such as store, link in bio, event, blog, form, or pro. Pro are the templates made out of 0 blocks, and therefore a little bit advanced users. In case you're good with Figma or Photoshop or other website builders, then you can go and enjoy this category. In case you're an absolute beginner, probably it might be a little bit complicated, but well, if you're curious enough, if you go to Tilda Education and study a little bit on your own, I'm sure you can get there. It's not a rocket science. So apart from the categories, you can also use the search box and search for any keywords. So for example, like a wedding, if you want to make a wedding invitation, right? Or if you're a wedding photographer, and so on. So for example, I want to check out this template, wedding photographer in Copenhagen. So that's how it looks like on the first glance. And if I want to create a page out of this template, I can click on this page, on this button, create a new page, and I end up with this template in the page editor. The first thing I see is a little prompt on the right, which is asking me if I want to generate text for the page with a text generator. So this is the built-in AI tool, which I will ignore for the moment, just to show you around. So in the editor, let's see what are the controls. So on top, we have the button that will lead us back to the dashboard, back to the list of pages within the project. And then this is a quick access to all the pages within the project. We have only one for now, but we can also create a new page right from this editor. On the right, we have a possibility to preview the page. So the page preview is very handy because you can immediately preview the page in all the resolutions. So for all the gadgets, right? From mobile to desktop. Then the publish button, we will get there later. The settings, that will send you to the settings, we will cover that in a sec. Again, the help center and some more settings under the more drop down. Now, we were talking about blocks. So what is a block and where it starts and where it ends? So to understand what is a block, you have to check out those borders. You see on top and on the bottom, I have a border, 2 borders. So that makes that makes one block. So the profile picture with the name of the person and the little info, this is one block, and then the description is another block, the gallery is the next block, and so on and so forth. In case you want to add another block from the gallery, so the beauty of the templates on Tilda is that they're very flexible. So if you choose one template, it doesn't mean that you have to stay with this structure forever, right? You can always modify it the way you want, and you can delete blocks, you can add new ones, and so on. So to add a new block, you have to find this little plus icon, which will appear every time you hover over any block in the editor. So you click on this plus button and you see the block library. The block library is divided into categories. So these categories are they just help you to navigate faster through the Tilda blocks, but it doesn't mean that if it goes title, these sections have to be used as title only, because you have very small titles as that you can use as, I don't know, the workflow stages and so on. So you can go wild and use the blocks as you wish. The beauty of them is that they're already pre-designed, and they come with a certain structure and a certain default content that you can easily and quickly substitute with your own and go ahead, such as buttons, features, menu, store, and so on and so forth. So for example, I will add 2 columns of text just like that, you see, and I can go ahead and just modify the text within the layout. So for modification. So how to modify the content of the blog. So let's go and check this cover page as an example. So what are the the control buttons to modify each block? First of all, on the left top corner, we have this drop down, which allows us to basically switch within the category. So this is the cover page category, and within this category, we can switch between different types of blocks. Why is it done? Why it can be handy? For example, you choose one block, or you go from, you start designing from the template, and then you suddenly realize that something is missing. So for example, you need a button, right? And if you check it here, yeah, we still have a button, and I will show you how to add it. But in case you didn't, like if you choose a design like this one without a button, then you can go and check other cover pages with a button and go for this design, right? Then the settings and the content, these are the two most common buttons that you will use while modifying your page on Tilda. So settings allows you to modify everything that has to do with how the block looks, and the content is it allows you to modify what is inside. So what is the content of the page, which makes sense. On the right, we have a couple of buttons here as well, which are the duplicate buttons. So you can duplicate a block, you can delete it, you can hide and show it back again. So this is useful in case you are working on the block and you don't want to publish it on the page, but you want to keep it on the page. Or for example, it's a sales summer sales offer that you only turn on when it's summer rate, and for the rest of the year it's going to be off. But you don't want to recreate the block over and over again every year, so you can just keep it there hidden and then show it when necessary. Under this drop down, there are some other elements such as cut, copy, paste, selected, generate, copy with the AI, and commenting. And also two arrows up and down, and these allow you to move the block within the page downwards or upwards if you need. So now, as for changing the content, all right? So here we have a particular cover page which comes up with a slider, basically, because it's a page for the wedding photographer, and it's a nice idea to show several pictures on the cover page, right? And we have a title here, which is modifiable, as you can see, right in the layout. So for the text and for the images, you can modify them right in the layout. For example, if I don't want to, if I'm not in Copenhagen, but for example in Berlin, I can just easily change it over here, as well as for the phone number and for any other description, right? So I can also say that I work without commission for more than 10 years in Germany and beyond. Okay, so once you modify the text, in order to save it, there is not such a button as a save in the layout of the Tilda page editor. But in order to save what you just did, don't look for this button, and don't worry if you click somewhere outside of the text box. So that's how you actually save. So everything is saved automatically. You just click up to any other place on the page, and your modifications will be saved. Right, so this I want to delete, for example, and we have another type of the cover. Right, now if we open the content tab, there we can go a bit further, and what can we do here? So we can first of all modify the image until there is a built-in image editor that you can use to resize, flip, crop, and so on. So this you can modify the image with. You can also search photos in the photo library, or you can upload your own photo. right? Here as well, you can modify the title and description. So all the text that we just modified on the layout, you can do it on the content panel as well. And then the link and button title. So we don't have a button, as you can see here, right? There's no button on this cover page, but on this cover section. But if I want to add one, I just need to book a session. I just need to put a title, right? So I put a title and voila, the button with the default design appears. So in order to change the design, for example, I want to say that I don't want the I want the rectangular button. So how do I change it? So first of all, if I click on the button itself, you can quickly modify the button link, the button caption, and the button style here, right here. So the border radius, if I wanted to make a 0, then it becomes rectangular, right? And I can also change the color, the background color, the border width, for example, with 2 pixels to make it a bit bolder, etc. So this is how you can modify the buttons. But also to modify the design aspects of each block, you want to use the settings button. So you got the settings, and here you have a little bit advanced settings to use for your block. What are they? So first of all, the width, how wide will the content be located in your block. So you have to think that there is a 12 column grid on Tilda. So 12 column is 100% of the width of the page, right? And there you can change the number of columns that you want this block to occupy. By default, it's usually a good choice. If you don't know really what to do, just leave it as it is by default, because it was created by designers. So it's by default, it looks good. Okay, by default, you cannot make a mistake. Now, the height of the block is another thing that you want to think about. So here, by default, there is a 100 VH. So VH is the viewport height. That's you can think about it as a percentage as well. And this percentage is responsive. So it's this value, the 100 VH, means that no matter which size of the gadget I'm using to look at this cover page or this cover section, it will occupy 100% of the height of my gadget. So it will automatically adapt itself to a little phone screen as well as a huge desktop screen, right? Now, the alignment also can be modified. You can move everything to the left, to the right, or keep it in the center. Just like that. The vertical alignment, same thing, move it to the bottom, to the top, or keep it in the middle. As you can see, the middle option, which was the default option, probably is the best, right? Then the filter start, what is this filter? So the filter allows the text to be more legible. The filter is something that you use to make the picture a little bit dimmed, right? And you can also choose and change the filter color, using this widget, and then you can see what it looks like when you play around with the percentage of the filter rate. Okay, so I think I will keep 50 and 70. So start color is the first half, and then the filter and color is the second half of the block. Now, the gallery style can be also customized, the typography. So I will not go deep into each setting because it differs from block to block. Which makes sense because the content types are different for each block. But I will just show you the typography settings because these are important thing for the web design and for the design of your page. So in order to set up the font family name, by default you have a couple of fonts which are available from the default font library. But if you want to connect other phones and you have a huge variety of options there, you can go ahead and click on the site settings quick access button. And there you immediately go to the site settings to the fonts and colors tab, where you can first of all check out the pre-designed, let's say pre-default, pre-installed pre-installed default font library, which consists of very nice fonts which look nicely on all the screens. So they were selected accordingly because they are good for the screens and for the websites. But in case you want to upload your own, you click here on the custom settings, and ignoring this basic fonts tab, you can go to Google Fonts, and here you can search in Google Fonts right into Tilda because it's built in now. So you can just put any name of the font, and you will have all the Google Fonts over here, which you can try out and choose for your project. Then you can use the Adobe fonts by entering the project ID. And the coolest part is that you can upload your own font files and use them for your project, right? So that's something to keep in mind. For the moment, I will just say with Tilda Sans and save and close the settings here. Right, so if you don't have any questions, let's go further, and I want to show you how zero block works. So in order to add a zero block to your page, you click this plus button and you scroll all the way down the block library categories, and the last one is the zero block. You click on this zero block and a new block is being added, but it's a little bit particular because on the left you see you have settings and block editor instead of contents button. So you click on the block editor and you end up in the artboard settings. Here you can zoom in, zoom out, and do any modifications you want. Then you can switch between the screens. This is for manual adaptation, and I will show you how it works. So then there are different pre-installed or predefined elements that we have already, a couple of texts, and then a shape, an image, and text again. So if you don't want to use them, first of all, yeah, they're all movable, and also you can move and play around with the height of your block. So if you don't need any of the elements, such as myself, I'll just highlight them all and delete them. Now, in order to add a new element, I click on this plus icon on the top left corner, and here I have the list of all the available elements within the zero block, such as text, image, shape, button, video, HTML code as well, which is a very cool thing to keep in mind, tooltip, form, gallery, and vector. Vector editor is a great feature. So in case you want to create your own vectors, you can do it on Tilda in zero block, or you can import your ready-made vectors and then modify them also within zero block and then publish the page right away. So what I want to add is I want to add a little text, and then I click on this settings button, and here I have a bunch of settings to modify my text the way I want. So first of all, I want to have it in the very middle of the screen. I want to center the text as well, and I want this text to be an about text, and about of this wedding photographer. So, but here I would like to show you how the Tilda built-in AI copywriting works. So I go into this, I highlight this text element, right? I double click on it to open this text editor on top, and I look for this little button with the stars, which goes as generate with AI. I click on it, and here, first thing I want to do is to agree to the AI system terms of use. Once you did that, you go next, and you have to describe your website. So very quickly, I will just put a wedding photographer portfolio page. Next, and here is a prompt time. So here you describe to the AI a prompt or what you exactly wanted to generate as text. So what I want is I will ask it to generate a two-sentence long description of my services as a wedding photographer. Right. I click generate, and let's see what's gonna happen. Waiting for response, and here's the result. So with the result, you can apply the result right away or regenerate if you're not happy. I think it's okay for me, so I will just click apply. And the text is applied within the text box that is already designed by myself. I will just adjust its position on the page, and here I go. I already have it. Let me just reload the page. Yeah, I think I just reloaded the page for nothing. I'll just regenerate the result again. Apply. Okay, perfect. That's another option. You see, we regenerated the text, and it came up with another option. So another text box I want to use for the heading. So I want to say my services, and I highlight it, open the settings. Here I will adjust the size of the font. I want it to be 50 maybe pixels. Okay, I center it here, and I want the text to be a little bit bolder, like semi-bold, or maybe even bolder. Bold, okay, 55 I think can be bigger. Okay, if I hold the option key, I can see the distances from elements to the edges of the artboard and to other elements. And now finally, to complete this block, I want to add a button. So I add a button, and this is the default button, and you can add as many buttons as you want to your block, just like that, you know, like non-stop. If in pre-designed blocks you're kind of limited with the number of buttons, you cannot go crazy, but here, if you want to create a real crazy project, you can just cover your page with buttons, which will lead to different pages, or include different URLs and so on, and you can make them animated and so on. You can create whatever you want. So now with the button, I want to center it just like that. I want to change its caption over here on the right, and I want to to say reach out. Something like this. URL will not put for the moment. The background color for the button, I'm happy with the black, but even it can be a bit grayish, something like that. And finally, for the background color of the block itself, I probably go for something light blue, something like that. Perfect. So this is the design that we just made, and you can go, of course, way more creative, but we don't have time for that now. But this is a very custom design, which I want to adapt very quickly to other definitions. So to do that, I click here on top, I switch the screen resolution. So here was my initial design, which was for the desktop version. Now I switch to the tablet version in horizontal, and I already see that my text is not centered. All my elements are not centered. How to quickly center them is to highlight them all. Here on the right, we see the settings. We click to grid container because you can center them to each other, or to grid container, and then center them quickly up. Okay, and it's done. Then the next resolution, same thing, to grid container, I center it, seems to be okay. Great. I think I'll put the text a little bit closer. Yes, and the button, maybe not that close. Okay, something like that. Now, for the mobile device in the horizontal orientation, you can see that the text is going too far away from the screen, and I want to keep it inside, so I just make it a bit shorter. I center it. Same thing for the heading, and we are good to go. Maybe a little bit more air, just like that. Very nice. And finally, the mobile version for the vertical screen goes like this. In order to fit certain element, you may want to change the size of your font, something like this, slightly to 18, and then like this, you modify it, and you can even make your mobile version a bit, this specific block a bit narrower for the mobile, or a bit longer if you need it. So this is also specific setting for each screen. If you make it smaller in one screen, that doesn't make that, it will affect another one, right? Okay, very well. So I can save my design and close the Zero Block editor. Now you have an idea of how to work in Zero Block. If you really want to explore it better, there are a lot of tutorials on our YouTube channel. And if you don't follow us, please do so now so that you will not miss the upcoming events and also the upcoming tutorials, as well as you can go and benefit from a lot of how-to little videos on creating very cool animation effects. Please go ahead and discover. There are many things to learn. Now, if we go through the page and we think that the button on top, like this one, book a session, needs to bring our visitors somewhere here, choose your wedding photography plan, because this is clearly a landing page that you want to use to sell your services, right? So my question is, how do I bring the person from clicking the button on top to the specific block on your page? So this I used using the anchor link block. So this is the anchor link block, which is already there by default. But I will just delete it and add it from scratch to show you the entire process. So you click on the plus button to add a new block from the library. Then you choose the other category. Within this other category, you choose the third block, which is the anchor link. What is the anchor link? So basically, it creates a link to the specific place of your page that you can then add to the button or to any element on your page and link them this way, right? So in the content, the only thing I have to do is to put the anchor link name. So I'll put services, right? Here's a little guide in case you forget how to do it. A lot of blocks until they come up with the guide, so that it will remind you how to do that. And then a little a link to the help center, which will show you how to, which will guide you with all the details on how to do certain things. So I call it services. I save and close. Then I go all the way up. I find my button. I click on the button, and here I have a button link field, right? And the button link field comes already with a hash. And this hash, you want to keep it there and paste the name of the anchor link, right? Here you can choose whether you want to open it in a new window or not. And the other way to link it to the block is by clicking here on the link to block button. But then the only difference is that in the URL, in the browser window, if you have a beautiful name for your anchor link, it will be seen by your visitors. But in case you just click link to block and you choose this option, you can just choose the block to which you want to link the button, but the name of this additional URL will be just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PR, JOsh and stuff like that. So a very random name, and you don't want that probably. I mean, if you want everything to be nice and neat, you would rather go for the anchor link and anchor link with the specified name. All right, so you save it, and now let's go to preview this page, and I click on this button, and immediately I end up on this block. But that was a bit rough because we didn't have this feeling of the page being scrolled. And in order to make it smoother, there is a special block also in the library, which is called, in the other category, which is called smooth scroll to an anchor link, to a local anchor link. And you just add it there and it will do all the jobs. So now look at the difference. I go to the preview, I click book a session, and whoop. So we have this illusion of page being scrolled. See it again? I click on the page, are you ready? And smoothly we end up in the services section. Right, let's go back to editing. And now let me show you two types of settings. So one type of setting is the setting for the page, and another one is for the website. Let's go back to the list of pages. So this is the list of pages. For the moment, we only have one page. If you add more, and you can add up to 50 on the free plan, and add up to 500 on the any paid plans within one project, right? So here you will have a list of your pages, and for each page, if you hover over it on the right, there is a button called settings, and if you click on it, there are three main things that you don't want to miss before publishing your page. So first is this page title and page description part. Why is it so important? Because if you open here in the SEO preview, you can see how people will see your page in the search results, right? This is the page title that is completely customizable. And this is the page description. And this is the third thing that they will see on Google, which is called the page URL. And this you don't want to leave like that. You want to call it. Even if you don't want to, or you don't have a custom domain, you can use the Tilda subdomain. And I will show you in a sec how to customize this part of the Tilda subdomain for free for any plan. But first of all, page and description, how to make it work. So first of all, you want to add as many keywords as you can. So what is a keyword? Keyword is a word that a person, that a possible prospect, a possible user or a possible client may look for your services using this word, right? So for example, if you're a wedding photographer in Berlin, add in Berlin, because people will look for wedding photographers in Berlin, right? If you work internationally, you can add that you work internationally, so available overseas, for example, or internationally. Right. Then in the description as well, you can make the description a little bit longer, and maybe you want to use this opportunity to describe a little bit better in detail what you do. So portfolio page for a wedding photographer, maybe you don't need to put a portfolio page and page as well. So you can start right away from a wedding photographer in Berlin, specialized, I don't know, in art photography with more than 10 years of experience, etc., etc. So you can come up with any text that will work. Then you save changes, and then you go again into the settings, and you see the preview has been adjusted according to your title and description. Now here, for the page URL, if it's the main page, the home page, you don't need to add any alias. But if it's an inner page, so if you have a multi-page website and you want to add an about us or a contact page, then it's a good idea to use it and put it like this, contacts, for example. But we will not use this field for the moment. Now the second tab is badge, and this is a picture, basically, that will be used not in the Google search results, but in the social share preview. So this is you see, we have no picture, and it looks like this. So in case a person shares the link to your page on Facebook, for example, then the preview looks, it consists of four parts, which is the badge, the image, the title, the same title, the description, and the URL. So the three basic elements are still there, plus on top we have a badge. So in case you publish your page just like that, wait, let me just save the changes first of all, save changes. And now let me publish the page. So if I publish the page, and you don't need to worry if your page is not fully ready, for example, you don't need to be really stressed if you publish it accidentally, for example. You can do it because it's most probably will take a lot of time or a little bit of time or some time before it's going to be available on Google. So people will not just randomly run into your page on Google. So don't worry and just publish it. And here is the page address, which we want to modify, but I published it right now to show you that once you publish your page, then you have wait, let me do it again. The first image on the page becomes the badge of your page. Which is not the case. Let me just do it again. Maybe because, let me just delete this, publish, save and continue. Yeah, so now the first page, the first image became a badge. You can see that the first image was the image of the profile image, not the image from the cover page. So it's very random way of choosing your badge, and I don't recommend doing this. I do recommend, on the contrary, to upload your file that you want to use. That will be horizontal in the right proportions to be used for the social media preview. But just for you to know that in case you don't have one and you publish the page, the very first image that Tilda will consider available will be used as a thumbnail image or a badge. And voila, that's the social preview now. Right, then there's some export settings, some settings like actions that can duplicate a page, move it to another project, move it to another user, delete it, etc. And in the additional, you have a lot of options, for example, to see the page statistics, to unpublish the page if you really don't want it to be live. You can see the creation date, which is saved there, and some other settings that you can check later on your own. So this is what have to do with the page, with specific settings for each page. Now, if you think about the settings of the entire website, so on the entire project, then you can go into the site settings. This is the big button just next to create new page button, right? The white one, site settings. So we go there and we have a lot of different tabs on the left, which I will give you a quick overview right now. So the main settings, the website title, is something, again, that we only will see on Tilda. So don't worry about that. It shouldn't consist of any keywords or whatever. It's not visible for Google, etc. The website description is also the one used for Tilda. Now, but the third thing, the custom subdomain on Tilda is something really, really important. So in case you don't have a custom domain, you have to start from this custom subdomain, and please make sure it's customized or personalized. So make sure you name it according to the project, to the name of your project. So for example, if it's a wedding photographer in Berlin, you want to also use some, if it's possible, to use some keywords for the URL name. So I'll put wedding photo Berlin. Oops, no, oh my God. Wedding photo Berlin. Yes. Okay. So that became my URL. So the full URL address will be weddingphotoberlin.tilda.ws. So this tilda.ws, as you can see, it's not modifiable because it's a subdomain. So the tilda.ws will remain with you. And if you don't mind, you can use it like that. It does not affect the SEO. Be sure about that. But it allows you to save some money on the domain. But in case you have your custom domain, you go to this domain tab, you write down your custom domain name, and then you just follow the instructions, which you can find here by clicking on those little buttons about the domain. So how to connect the domain. There are two options to connect the domain, and we have videos about that, and it doesn't take a lot of time or effort, so anyone can quickly understand how to do that, right? So this is to connect your custom domain. The fonts and colors, we already checked this this tab. I will not go there again. So for the home page, in case you have several pages in your project, you better choose one as a home page. By default, the very first page, as we can see now, is chosen as a home page, but it cannot be the case for every project. Maybe you started creating your website not from the home page, but from the About Us page, and then you want to choose another page as a home page. You do this here. Now, analytics. Analytics allows you to see the stats, to see the performance of your website, and this is the built-in statistics on Tilda. It shows you all the basic metrics that can help you to have a clear idea of the performance of your website, such as sessions, the type of device that people access your website from, so desktop or mobile. And according to this, you can make some decisions such as mobile optimization, for example, if a lot of people access your website from mobiles. The number of leads, conversions, because you can also create some events, page views, etc., referral traffic, countries and cities as well. Right. Now you can connect the Google Analytics right here, following the little instructions that you can find under this field, the Google Tag Manager, Facebook Pixel, etc. So all this is under Analytics. SEO tab allows you, first of all, to set up HTTPS. This is the secure protocol that you want to have on your website in order to make the website available for all the browsers and not be restricted sometimes. And this is free and fast to do. You can just go into the manage and you will be prompted how to do that. The next thing is SEO assistant is something very fun to do, because it points you out all the errors connected to the SEO that you currently have in your project. For example, here H1 tag is missing, and if you have no idea what is H1 tag and why is it missing and how can you make it not missing, you can just click on it and you end up on a help center article which explains you what it is and how to fix it. Until then you can go back to your project and fix it. Right, then Google Search Console. This is a smart way to launch your new project, is to add it to the Google Search Console, because it saves you a lot of time. What it basically does is it adds your website to the Google's list of websites that it indexes right away. As opposed to, in case you don't use this option, then the Google takes all its time to discover your website among all the new websites that are constantly created around the earth. So you really, you save time for yourself and for your project to start being discoverable on Google. Then you can also add redirects, www redirects, and some other things that are a bit more advanced. I will not use our time to talk about them. You can discover them on your own, or also go to Help Center and get some information from there. As for export, this will be, this is the option available only for the business plan. And you can download it, zip or archive your website, or use the API integrations. The forms and payment systems. These are the two very important tabs that we want to see. So data collection services, these are the services that allow you to receive the submissions from your online form. So in case you have an online form on your website and people fill it in, where their submissions end up, that's the question. So here you choose the services that will be used to collect this data. And what are these services? So first of all, it's a good idea to use at least two, because you don't want to accidentally lose the submissions because, I don't know, you lost an access to one of the services and so on. So you can connect your email and then receive submissions right into your email. But in case there are plenty of submissions, you don't want your email just to die because it's going to be overwhelmed. You can also connect Google Sheets and make an automatic sheet out of an automatic table with all the fields nicely organized as columns, and your submissions horizontally as rows. You can connect Telegram, Trello, Tilda CRM that we already mentioned in the beginning, and the Tilda CRM is always here, right? And some other popular CRM systems, HubSpot, Zoho, Salesforce, Monday.com, and also email marketing services. So that's cool if, in case you're building an email list of your potential customers or current customers, you can quickly connect it and then make the list longer and then make the marketing newsletters, etc. You know the drill. And then there are some other services such as Slack, Zapier, members area on this is also the built-in tool on Tilda, Notion, etc. So this is about data collection services. So once you set up the integration over here, then you have to go to your page, find the online the online form, and to connect the chosen service to the online form. Then you publish the page, you're good to go. Payment systems. So these are the systems that you can connect in order to receive the payments from your customers. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the payment on Tilda for your Tilda subscription. No, this is when you when your role is to receive payments, then you can connect those payment systems and receive them. And they include all the international famous and well-known services such as PayPal, Stripe to check out, bank transfers as well, and also, which is a cool thing, a custom payment gateway, which will allow you to, in case you are a developer or you work with developers, you can connect your own payment system using this option. All right, so the header and footer, and the next step. The header and footer here is unavailable because we don't have, we only have one page that we created on our in our project. But in case you want to have a menu, for example, that appears on all the pages of your website, and in case you have a multi-page website, then it's a good idea to create a header. So you set up a header, which would be the just one block. So you create a new page, you create one block on it, and then you set it as a header, and then it appears on all the pages of your website. The same goes for the footer, in case you want to create a nice footer. And here you define those pages, right? Into the actions again, such as we've seen already in the page settings. You can transfer the website to another user or delete the website altogether permanently. Now, as for permissions, what does that mean? So that means in case you need to publish the page but make it available only for a certain group of people, you can set up the login and password for it, as well as allow access only for specific IP addresses, only for your office, for example, colleagues, etc. And you can also prevent search engines from indexing this website, so it will not appear on Google search, even if people are looking exactly for it. Now, the membership tab allows you to, first of all, create online courses, and second of all, create the exclusive content that will be available only for the members that log into your project. So they will have a special login page and their own member area on your website. The collaborators is the tool that allows you to work on the project together with other people. So you give them access, so you share the project, all right? And here you can manage this option. And that's the only actually paid feature within Tilda, but it costs like $8 per collaborator, so it's not a lot. And finally, under the more tab, what you can do here is to set up favicon. Platform label is the made on Tilda little label that you have under the page in case you're not on the annual subscription plan. Here you can choose the for error page in case you have one. We don't. That's why this option is not available. Then the website language. The HTML code for the head section. This is also something that you can do on Tilda. The CSS code also can be customized, and some other a little bit more advanced features. Right, so that was the overview of the site settings. So there's site settings and page settings, and here in the list of pages you can quickly publish all pages. And please remember that in case you make any changes or modifications to the page, or especially if you make any modifications in the site settings, you want to republish all the pages for the modifications to come into action. And voila, I just republished my page, and now it's available on this subdomain, which is a wedding photo Berlin tilde.ws. And here what it looks like, and if I click on the book a section button, I get immediately to the block with the order a plan, and voila. So this page is totally live, and you can access it yourself if you put the wedding photo Berlin tilde.ws in your browser. Very well. So that's how quickly it is and how basic it is. Surprisingly easy, as we like to say, it is to launch a website on Tilda. Right. Then there are some details that you may face while designing the page and so on. So don't hesitate to contact our help team, our support team. I will remind you how to do this. You go in and you click on this question mark button on the lower right corner, and here you go. You click on the button which says send us a message. That's how you start a chat with our support team. Now, going back to what else you can do on Tilda. So Tilda is not just a website builder, as you can already, as you probably understood. It comes up with a very wide variety of tools and services within the service, let's say within the platform as a platform, but also on top of what we have mentioned, on top of the tools that are directly connected to creating different types of websites, such as a product catalog or a CRM, you have additional services such as icon library. So there is a full library of icons, which consists of more than 700 of icons, almost 50 sets of different icons for business that you can download for free. You don't need to be a Tilda user even to download those icons. And you can download them for free in SVG format, which means that then you can modify them as much as you want. So this is one of the cool services we have. Another thing is the campaign URL builder. So this is for marketers in case you want to track your advertising campaigns. You would use these UTM parameters, and you can use it. And you can set them up on Tilda. Now, the color and gradient library is a cool tool for designers. You can scroll through the gallery of gradients that are already made, pre-made gradients, and just click on them and copy their codes. And finally, broken link checker. That's a cool tool to check your URL in case you have a website, an old website with a lot of different pages, and you have no idea if any of the links that have been mentioned, or if you have a long blog, especially. And you cannot keep the track of all the mentioned URLs that are not alive anymore, right? And this is a tool that will check it for you, and then you will be able to get rid of them. It's a very nice tool, also to boost the SEO of your website. So that's it. If you don't have any questions, we are ready to finish here. I invite you to check our webinar schedule page every now and then, because it's being updated frequently, and new events are being scheduled. You're very welcome to join them. And of course, follow Tilda on social media. We are across all the socials, starting from obviously YouTube that you're watching now, and that I invite you to put your thumbs up under this video and others that you like, and follow our channel for the new upcoming events. We are also on Instagram, very actively posting some useful materials for web designers and digital marketers. Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook. We are everywhere. Just search for Tilda Website Builder. You will find us. And voila, so give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for watching this webinar. I hope to see you soon on our upcoming events, and happy website building. Bye bye.